Is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Goldstein.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. And Deputy Speaker, I'm proud to rise and support this motion because this government has a clear track record of delivery for infrastructure for this great nation. When you think about the $100 billion of committed projects that we are funding and financing, you understand that the Morrison government has got every Australian's back. We know that as part of building the strength of this great nation, we need the roads, the rail and all the social and support infrastructure for people to be able to live happy and successful lives. And under the Minister, we have a very clear plan, no matter where you are in the country, to make sure that we are providing the infrastructure that you need. And of course, this was a critical issue and a critical test at the last federal election. If you look at the great state of Victoria, the coalition government was promising to build major pieces of national infrastructure of national importance, like the East-West Link. The East-West Link has been a plan that we have put forward election after election after election. And at every point we put it forward, the people vote for it, particularly in the elections along those corridors. They vote Liberal for a reason, Deputy Speaker. And they know that only we understand the importance of it to their communities, to get the freight trucks off suburban streets, connected to the ports, to build the strength and prosperity of our economy. And what does Labor do every time? They oppose it. They block it. At a state level, the Andrews government even went so far as to hit the hip pockets of millions of Victorians and hand over their hard-earned tax dollars and give it to a private company. Not to build a road. It is perhaps the most despicable and disgraceful behaviour from a state government that one can ever see. People understand that projects are critical, and they have been sold out, and Victorians have been sold out by the Andrews Labor government, and not one peep of criticism from the Labor members in this place. Because in the end, they agree with them. In a choice between backing Victorians or backing their Labor mates, they always choose Labor mates and don't stand up for the people that they're elected to represent, and particularly the conspicuous silence of Labor senators should be condemned from the great state of Victoria. By comparison, the coalition government has made a clear commitment to invest in communities to build the strength of our country. And at the last election, we went to the people of Goldstein and said, we understand the challenges of an established community in making sure that we reduce the congestion that you experience on your streets. We understand the importance of people having transport options so they can go about living their lives. And do you know what promise the Labor Party made in return, Deputy Speaker? Nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. They had nothing to say to the people of Goldstein or the concerns or the issues they face on a daily basis. But what did we do? We turned around and gave a series of commitments which we are now honouring around investing in new parking spaces at local railway stations. So the people who want to catch a train can do so. They can get there. They're able to park throughout the day and they're able to get home. So we're providing mass commuter options for an established community. 97 new parking spaces at Sandy Station with investment of $3.1 million. 136 new car parking stations at Brighton Beach for $4.3 million. 84 new parking spaces at North Brighton Station with $2.6 million investment. 130 new parking spaces at Hampton Station with $4 million investment. And that is working through the City of Bayside and giving them the grants and funding the projects that they have come to us and said, this is what our community needs. And we have heard it and we are responding. And the same is true in the City of Glen Eira, with 203 new parking spaces at Elstonwick Station with $6.4 million of investment and 143 new parking spots at Bentley Station for $4 million as well. And in each proposal and each project, we're working with the councils. The biggest barrier, do you know they're facing, Deputy Speaker, to delivering this important congestion-busting infrastructure? The state Labor government, who has never seen a project funded from Canberra to support a local community that they don't like, that they don't want to block, and they don't want to undermine because somehow it might provide a pathway to improving the lives of Victorians. And Deputy Speaker, that's what this motion is about. It's about the state getting out of the way and letting us do what we need to do to improve the lives of the people in the great state of Victoria and for community
Order.
delivery.
I thank the member.